stimulus package that has a $3,200 stimulus check in there for adult dependents, has a $1,400 weekly stimulus check for some people, has a $1,700 stimulus check for college students. What? Where did all this stuff come from? There's a reason why you tune into me, because you realize that there's more stimulus out there than we were actually told. In this video, I go over the third stimulus check and third stimulus package, the Biden stimulus. Why do I know more than other people are telling you? Because I actually have a draft of the bill from the Biden camp. The draft of the bill provides incredible insight to the things that no one was telling you, like a $4,000 tax refund check or an $8,000 tax refund check. And these are the details we know. The provisions of the proposal actually leave certain things open across the board. And in tonight's video, I'm going to go over all these details and more. So please subscribe, hit the front of this channel, subscribe. Also like this video and hit that alert button when I next go live. I'll be back here at 1 a.m. with Overnight LA, EIDL, then at 2 o'clock with FPUC and UI, FPUC Retro, and then back on at Early Mornings LA at 3 and 3:30. Hello to all the Purple Hawks in the room and the Purple Powers and the Calcino VIPs. If you've not joined, there's a link to join at the bottom of this video, in the description, in the pinned comment, and at the top of the chat of this video. What a day it is. Natasha is killing the emoji game. Wow. David, boom. Yes. Can you imagine? $1,400 a week. $8,000 refund check, $4,000 refund check, $1,700 college student. What is all this money here? Where's it coming from? In this video, I'm going to go over all the incredible details for you across the board. And if you're a member, you got this incredible piece of paper earlier today. Members got this PDF, which I created for you. It's available on LALATE. If you're a member and joined like in the last few hours, I will repost the link in the community page. As a member, you will get a member-only message to say, hey, here is a link for a PDF to download. It's from the LALATE website, so it's a safe download. It's not on a third-party website. I'll also post it as a text link. And I'll do this as we go forward with other things for you. That's the benefit of being a member. I work to get you things that requires another next level. Now, if you're not a member, you can follow along by making your own piece of paper. Everyone has a piece of paper. Everyone has a pen. So you can go follow along and make notes, just like I have been talking about over the last few weeks. So let's go to the details. First, thank you, Rich Bond, for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone, welcome Rich to the family. He's in the room now. And Rich, you have access to brand new emojis since last night. There's David killing the bacon emoji. Someone just killed the donut emoji. There's also $12 ice cream as well for you as well. The third stimulus package will pay a $2,300 stimulus check if you're an adult dependent. $1,400 if you're a child, and $1,400 if you're a single individual. Why is it $2,300? Because it's adult dependence. It's getting everyone caught up to date. $600 from last stimulus check from December they didn't get, and they also didn't get $1,200 last year. So $1,200, $600, $1,400, that's $3,200. That's why they're getting $3,200. $1,400 for everyone else. Next, FPUC. The great news about FPUC is that the Biden bill draft says, I'm not going to decide FPUC. I'm going to leave Congress to decide that. So people who are immediately telling you, oh, there's no FPUC retro, wrong. There's no, thank you, 202. Wow, the comments are flying now. Thank you, 2002, HED, I can't say it all. But everyone welcome 2002 to the room. Everyone welcome 2002. That not 2020, but 2002 to the room. Thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. FPUC retro still on the table because Biden specifically says, I'm not going to decide FPUC. You decide it. I'm not going to decide PUA. You decide it. I'm not going to decide UI. In fact, I'm recommending $400 a week, but I'm not even going to decide that either. Congress will decide it, and the only thing that I'm instructing Congress to do is make sure they have a provision that they can go and modify this as they have to do it over time without having to do a 6,000-page bill and coming back and re-voting on that every few months. So incredible, great news there about FPUC. SNAP increases by 15%. You're following along on the PDF download, which I'll repost for new members of this channel. We're now at item number 5. The SNAP 15% increase is an additional 6 months of SNAP. Now remember, under the second stimulus package, which is up here on the top of the list, the original second stimulus package gave you 6 months from January to June. Biden is going to give you additional 6 months after that. All right, next, PEBT, which is self-explanatory. 7, rent aid. Wow, I'm really excited about the rent aid. My daughter says, hi, LA. Well, say hello back to your daughter. What's her name, David? I'll give her a shout out. Thank you, David, for your, I'll give her a shout out. The rent aid makes me very excited. Why? Because it's not just low-income rent, which was second stimulus. It's also middle-class individuals. Bailey, happy Saturday evening, Bailey. Thank you for watching. If you're watching with your dad, with David, thank you for watching, Bailey, and thank you for your patronage. The great news is that the middle class is included in the rent aid. So it doesn't matter whether you have a job or don't have a job. You have a car or don't have a car. You have a bank account or don't have a bank account. You have savings. He's going to give rent aid to the middle class. This is incredible, great news. I'll have more about that later. Utility aid, free internet, childcare, eviction moratorium, the CDC, mortgage forbearance, business grant, business loan, paid sick leave, student aid supplement, childcare, hazard pay, and hazard pay. So let me jump forward on some of the items, and then I'm going to go back to the other ones. The paid sick leave. Oh my God. Insane. Insane. $1,400 a week. Jonathan, thank you for the super chat. $1,400 a week in stimulus. What? Yes, this is absolute delicious. This is emoji of ice cream after ice cream after ice cream emoji. Joe Biden's going to give you $1,400 in this item. What is, thank you, Tia, for the nice remark. What is this $1,400 for paid sick leave? And what is paid sick leave? Well, you normally know what paid sick leave is. Your employer has a thing called paid sick leave. Well, my employer doesn't have paid sick leave, or I'm an independent contractor. I don't work for someone. I don't have paid sick leave for myself. Guess what? Joe Biden says I know that. So I'm going to give some people up to $1,400 a week. The big shocker is not just the $1,400 a week. It's the who are the some people. Let me tell you who the some people are. 1, you have COVID. 2, your family member has COVID and you have to take care of them. 3, your child has to stay home because the school is closed. No one has COVID, just the school is closed. So people are staying home from school. No one has COVID. The kid doesn't have COVID, you don't have COVID. Just the school is closed. I'm going to give you money for that because you have to stay home and take care of the kid. Or 4, a family member has COVID, you have to take care of that person. I think I did repeat that one. Or 5, you have to self-quarantine. Not that you don't have COVID, that you're exposed to someone and you now have to self-quarantine. He will give you $1,400 a week up to. Now, how do you calculate the $1,400? It is based upon anyone who made $79,000 2019 or earnings. If you made less, then it reduces the amount. So let's say you made $30,000 2019 earnings. He'll give you $700 a week. This is incredible great news. And then also incredible great news is he does it for people that had a very prosperous year the year before. So if you made $250,000 in the year before, he will still give you this money. He'll just reduce it a little bit. So, wait, I just said that wrong. I just said that wrong. Let me say that another way. If you made $75,000, if you made $79,000 a year, you will get up to $1,400 a week. You will get $1,400 a week. So there's so much cash going around. I can't keep track of it. You know what I was doing? I was talking about the tax credit and blending it. So that's why I was getting the two things confused. So yeah, if you have to stay home because your kid's school is closed, or a family member has COVID, you were exposed and you have to quarantine even though you don't have COVID, or you have COVID, you can get $1,400 a week up to. Wow. All right, so now the next item. Dennis, if you like the emojis, you can enjoy them as well. Anyone who is a member who's in this chat can enjoy the emojis. You hit that little smiley face under your face, under the chat line, and you open it up and it says LALATE, and then you see all the custom emojis. The more people who become members of this channel, the more emojis I'm allowed to make. And the new ones overnight are It's Not Bill Yet, which joins It's Not Law Yet, and also a new bacon emoji overnight because you weren't giving me bacon, so now you can give me digital bacon. There we go. Dad, someone gave me a lot of bacon there. I appreciate it. I have to stay home to watch LA. David is killing the bacon. He's giving me a lot of bacon. Eric is killing the It's Not Bill Yet. Sandy just killing all the, oh my god, it's emoji heaven. Just loving it. So so the next one is the tax credit. Oh, the tax credit is just insane. Now, if you're watching this like tax credit, I don't know what that means. It means money. It means money in your hands. It means real money. I don't file tax returns. Well, guess what? You're going to file a tax return for this one, and it's going to say 0000000 tax refund $4,000 or $8,000. It's gonna be as simple as that. I don't hear any excuse you don't file tax returns because this is the one you're gonna cause you to file tax return. What is this? So he has a tax credit. I'm gonna go slowly on this one because this one's a little bit hard to say in a breath. If you have a child 13 years or younger and you have child care expenses, he will allow you to get a tax refund or deduct, however you want to say the word, up to 50%, 50% of that money, up to $4,000 a child. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have $8,000. Let's say you have $9,000 in child care costs. He will allow you to deduct up to $4,000 of that on your tax return. Well, let's say your tax return's all zeros. Well, you're going to get a $4,000 tax refund check. David's going to get really excited because it actually goes higher. So if you have more than one child, then you can get up to $8,000 for all the children. So if you have the Brady Bunch as your family, the max you can get is $8,000. So childcare costs deducted up to 50%. And this is absolutely incredible. What are the eligibility? It's 13 years or younger, and it's, I think, up to $250,000, 2000. I'm doing this off ahead. I think it's $250,000, 2020 income. So if you made a lot of money, you could still get this. And if you made up to $400,000, you could still do this. They just reduce the threshold. So basically, you're going to see $4,000 to $8,000 as a tax refund or tax deduction. I wish we had this a long time ago. Yeah, I do too. This is one of those things that should always be around. I mean, why is this just for 1 year? This is just incredible. Paid sick leave for COVID, yes, $1,400 per week. Up to $1,400. So if your husband made $75,000 or more, so David had $30,000 in childcare last year. Wow. So half of that is 15. So he hits the threshold. He's at the max out. So you'll get $8,000 as a refund or a deduction on your tax return for 2020. It looks like it's 2020. So how can I get? So that's a question. Shara says, I don't file taxes. My kid's survivor is not taxable. I don't know what a survivor kid is, but for some of you that would not normally file taxes, you may want to file taxes for this. And this is really incredible, great news. Now, the next one that's a big surprise is that if you have a college student in your family or know a college student or have anyone nearby, then you need to do this one. College students will get a $1,700 financial aid assistance. Now, it's not quite clear if it's a grant or a loan, but by all accounts, it sounds like a grant. And it says exactly $1,700. $1,700 in student aid per student. And millions of students will get this, he says. Wow, this is incredible, great news. So this paid sick leave, this student aid supplement. So paid sick leave on your list here is the paid sick leave is the one we just went over, the $1,400 a week. The child tax credit is the number 17. We just went over it. And then the student aid supplement is just incredible deliciousness. And there you go. June Bug, Memphis, for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome June Bug to the chat. This is incredible. Everyone welcome June Bug to the family. I know people going to school will appreciate this. Absolutely. $1,700 for a kid in college. Wow. All right, so now let me turn to the hazard pay mystery. The hazard pay mystery is dissected on this channel. Joe Biden has two types of hazard pay in his proposal. The first one is for public sector. That's item number 17 on my list, 18 on my list. And then hazard pay for private sector. Now, I know you're going to say who. We don't know yet. He just doesn't say. His private sector, he uses two words, retail and groceries, which I'm going to explain to you what I think he's doing with that. His public sector, Michelle Turner, thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Michelle to the room. We need I saw that. We need a donkey emoji for Congress. That's hysterical. Oh my goodness. Maybe a Mitch emoji. Maybe a Mitch emoji. We need a Mitch emoji. Maybe a lobster emoji, actually. You're giving me great ideas. Everyone welcome Mitch to the room. We did try, yeah. The public servant hazard pay is pretty clear. The turtle emoji. The public servant hazard pay is very clear. He's going to give $330 billion to states, and those states are going to pay you if you are a public servant, whether it's state, counties, or local. And if you're a public servant, fire rescue, military, anything that's local, anything that you clearly know, public works, something like that. Where's the daffodils? Yeah, I put them some water. I gave them some more water. I don't have banana water, but I gave them some more water, and they do have the coffee grinds. They were very dry, even though I watered them the day before. So we're on a roll tonight. We are on a roll tonight. So that the hazard pay private sector is really delicious. This is the way he writes it. I told you that his pre-bill draft has three things going on. He either gives detail, recommendation, or guidance. This one's guidance. He says, you know what? What I'm going to do with the hazard pay is I'm going to reach out to the CEOs and tell them, I think you should be paying people hazard pay. He says retail and grocery have been making too much money in this pandemic and not paying anyone hazard pay. So I'm going to reach out to them. That's what he says. So that's clearly advisory. Is that going to turn into law? Oh, yeah. My prediction is very much going to turn into law. Let me explain how he's going to do this. He's going to probably do this like LA County, which is, you're not paying people hazard pay? We're going to pass a law require you to pay hazard pay. I'm not going to pay hazard pay. I'm not going to spend the Treasury's money. I'm not going to spend the federal government's money on your hazard pay. You're going to pay them hazard pay. Or we're going to fine you. We're going to make it a law that if you want to keep your store open, you have to pay these people hazard pay. They did that in LA County and it worked. They required grocery stores to pay hazard pay. And it's actually working. There's a news story out this evening or this afternoon in that whose source is the unions here in Los Angeles that says, hey, we see 175 new COVID cases in just a few days in two grocery store chains. They're not paying hazard pay. What's going on here? So that's basically what Joe's bouncing off of. He's a union guy. I like unions as well. And he is basically teeing up the unions to come to pounce as hawks themselves. He's saying unions are saying, hey, pay money to people in the grocery stores, pay money in people in this place. They're not paying us anything. They're causing us to risk our lives. So he's stepping up and saying, I'm going to have you voluntarily pay hazard pay, or I'm going to force you to pay hazard pay. And I guarantee he's going to do it. So this is all great news. There you go. Don't count the Ravens out. You're killing me. So where's the Purple Hawk on? Oh, Hawk! Oh no, he ain't gone anywhere. Oh, those unions are ready to come in and pounce. What the chuck? So there you go. Donuts. Yeah, donuts. Donut guy at this point. It's just the third quarter. I'm sharing prime time with the NFL, so I can only do what I can do. It's just watching me and watching the game. It's hot in here. It's hot in here. It is hot in here. Donuts and bacon. So, ultimately people are going to ask, when will we see moolah? When are they going to do this? When are they going to do that? When are we going to see the money? So we know now, Aladamas, do how hotel workers get hazard pay? Under Nancy Pelosi's bill from May, hotel workers who worked in a hotel that had to do mitigation would get hazard pay. That meant that if you housed people that were, I don't know, homeless, that were mitigation or housing COVID type relief things, that you would get hazard pay. But just operating a hotel by itself was not enough. Under Joe's bill, don't know. We really, really don't know. His hazard pay is so vague as advisory. It's literally 3 sentences long. So I certainly think that next week is going to be a really smash in the face. I have 35 pages, approximately 30 something pages of his pre-bill documentation. His bill is going to be 6,000 pages long, approximately. So it's not bill yet. It ain't law yet. Cue the emoji. It ain't bill yet. So when we see that bill, there goes Rebecca killing it. How long is the paid sick leave for? $1,400 a week up to a year, up to $75,000. I don't know how you would do it. I don't know how you would prove it. I don't know anything about it. But that is one of the sections of his pre-bill that is insanely detailed. It's insanely detailed. So, as I told you, some parts are detailed, some parts are not detailed, and are just like, I'm going to recommend this. And other parts are like, I'm not even touching this. FPUC, I'm not even touching it. I'm leaving it up to Congress. I'm not going to touch it. You can do what you want to do. I'm just not. I recommend $400 a week, but you can do what you want to do. Finally, the business grants and the business loans. These are shocking, delicious. Let me explain the deliciousness of the business grants and the business loans. First, you don't hear any words that you recognize. Under business grants, you don't hear EIDL. Under business loans, you don't hear PPP. In fact, he says that we need to do certain things that are new to get this economy going. So, is this something new? The Archie fine for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome TK Archie for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome TK Archie to the room. I think that these are going to be new programs that you never heard before. First, the grant says I'm going to give a grant to existing businesses who have been impacted by the pandemic. It may not be SBA. It may be a totally new instrument, or it may be at SBA but not EIDL. He's clearly making it clear that he does not want to use a familiar word that you've heard before. EIDL is missing. He does not say the amount, but he does say it's for existing businesses. Then a new loan for businesses that want to start. So he's launching a business loan program for people who need money for a new business that you've just started and you want to expand, or you simply just want to start a business. Let's say you started a business during the pandemic, you want to grow it. This is for you. Or you are just, you've been laid off and you want to follow your heartstream to start a bakery business, and go get a loan because he's ready to do it. The whole thing will be self-operating, so he doesn't have to draw for the Treasury. He says the program will make money itself. He doesn't have to pull money from the Treasury. Hello to LA. Hello, Nancy. How are you? So this is incredible, incredible great news. I'm so excited for you. So now at the 24-minute mark, let me give you a big update where we are. I almost knocked over the set. Let me give you a big update where we are. It's just a big night with deliciousness across the board. First, let's turn to what is not in the third stimulus package, as I told you, because it's coming separate. The SSI, SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits, the $2,400, not part of the third stimulus package. It's a fix to the Social Security system. It wasn't supposed to be in there. So that is going to be your fourth stimulus package. I call it fourth because my globe is broke. Nyla's world. Thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Nyla to the chat. And Donna Scott, thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Donna to the chat. The SSI and SSDI was never supposed to be part of this. If you've been a subscriber for a long time, I told you it was not supposed to be part of this. It's standalone. The student loan debt forgiveness of $10,000 never supposed to be part of this. It's standalone. The money to fix the schools and help the teachers is never supposed to be part of this. Standalone. The money to fix the highways and give you jobs is never supposed to be part of this. Standalone. So these things that were in transition papers, people just heard money and assumed it was all for them right now, right here. It wasn't. This bill and this proposal introduced on Thursday, the America Recovery Plan, or Rescue Plan, America Rescue Plan. Every time I say that, it sounds like a bad A&E reality show. The America Rescue Plan. We try to rescue people lost, and yeah, it's what are we rescuing? We're rescuing the economy or rescuing America? It's just a confusing term. The America Rescue Plan wasn't supposed to involve all these things. So what does the America Rescue Plan have in it? It has a $3,200 stimulus check if you're adult dependent. Stimulus adult dependents will finally get caught up in all the money. I told you to get caught up. I told you there was let me just say, there was a hater on social media yesterday said, you always said that the adult dependents, it was a mistake, they were left out, and that we would get caught up by Biden. And now we're not getting caught up by Biden. I'm like, did you not watch the channel, hater? Biden's stimulus plan is in detail. It says $3,200 for adult dependents. They're going to get $2,000, and they're going to get the retro $1,200 from last year. So yeah, they're getting caught up, $3,200. Next, the great news is $1,400 for everyone else. And then the surprises of this video. $4,000 tax refund, $8,000 tax refund, $1,700 student grant or loan. It looks like it's a grant. $1,400 a week if you have to stay home if the school stayed home. A week, up to $1,400 a week. Then we have hazard pay. Then we have another hazard pay. Then we have FPUC, just however it can land. Then we have rent for the middle class. We have SNAP for 15%. We have childcare, free internet. We have eviction moratorium. We have mortgage forbearance. Of all the things I don't like the mortgage forbearance. Don't like the mortgage forbearance because it's only for federally backed mortgages. So if you have a private bank mortgage, like Bank of America, it's not covered. It's only for federally backed mortgages. I don't know why. And the eviction moratorium continued on the CDC. It's okay. I would have liked it as a normal eviction moratorium. Billy Pack, thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Billy to the room. Thank you for coming, Billy, into the room. What a night it is. So yeah, with that piece of paper, you need to make notes because thank you, David, for all the bacon. 10 of my family. What was that comment? Boomy says 10 of my family members have COVID and have lost one sister. Already prayers for my family. So everyone in the room, please send prayers for Boomy, Boomey, if I'm pronouncing that right, for him and his sister and his family. Very, very serious. In LA County, 1 in 3 now have COVID. When will we see the $1,400? When will we see the money? So the bill is not bill yet, hence the emoji of this channel. Not a bill yet. We will likely see the bill. I could say Monday, but I'm sort of sensing you're going to see the bill the moment after inauguration. I don't even think he's going to introduce the bill until after his inauguration. It sort of feels like he wants sort of a wound up. He wants to get people very excited, talking, debating, arguing, persuading. I want more money for this. I think it should be multiple stimulus checks. I think it should be FPUC retro. I think he wants people to get talking about it. And then he wants to introduce it. Lisa Montague. Lisa Montague. Everyone welcome Lisa to the community. I think he wants, and Cardi, was that Cardi B? Cashby. Everyone welcome Cashby to the chat. A Purple Hawk. Oh, everyone welcome Elisa and Cash. We all like cash. We like lots of cash. We want to ensure that, I think he wants to ensure that he has the momentum going. So I think he's going to introduce the bill after he's inaugurated, and then it, we should get this passed relatively quickly. Will we see the $1,400 in our bank account on the 20th? No, never. Never. I mean, it first has to become a bill, then it has to become a law, then it has to send the money out. So let me explain for my newer viewers. Let me grab that other comment. What happens with the stimulus checks if you're an adult dependent for the first package, but a non-filer for the second and the third package? How much would you become if it becomes law? A non-filer for the second and third package. So that's a great question from Ira. Let me see if I can get this answer correct. If you're an adult dependent on the first stimulus package, you can't do a non-filer to fix the second stimulus package. IRS has said that for the $600 stimulus check, the Mar-a-Lago one, that they are not allowing you to do a fix of anything. You're not allowed to fix the bank account. You're not allowed to do a non-filer. And I don't think they're going to allow you to do one for the third package either. So what I'm thinking is they're going to do $3,200. But here's the easier answer. I don't know why I made myself difficult on that question for Ira. So the easier question is, if you're a person, you're getting $3,200 when we're all done. Everyone's getting $3,200. So there's no way you can get more than $3,200. There's no way you can get less, and there's no way you can get more. Why? Because they're adding up all the checks. They're basically saying, who are you? Oh, you're Ira. You're going to get $600, $1,400, and $1,200. And they're going to say you're going to get $3,200 max. Every single person who's a walking adult who is of adult age is getting $3,200. Thank you, Jimmy, for becoming a Purple Hawk. I love the flowers and scent. Oh, I appreciate it. So that is that's how they're doing. They make it very simple. $3,200. I appreciate that, Ira. It's basically everyone who's an adult gets $3,200. It's just people have not been paid over time, and they're getting everyone caught up. That's why people are confused why adults are getting $1,400 in this, because they want to get everyone caught up. Deliciousness, says Standy. There we go. Deliciousness. Hi, Jimmy. Everyone's saying, Sirloin is an excellent surfer, too. What are they talking about in the Instagram room? So what a night it is. And so let me go back to that prior comment. So the prior, there's another super chat. Kenethian. Thank everyone. Welcome Kenethian for the chat. Then Joe Biden also has something for homelessness. He does have something to get people out of homelessness. I cook for the homeless. Can I start a business? What type of business? Where do I begin? So two things for Tia. One, I keep on forgetting. Joe Biden has something in here for money to get people out of homelessness. So if you're homeless and watching this video, he has money in here to get you out of homeless. For Tia, it looks like it could be any type of business. Can I start a business? Yes. Where do I begin? So that's where this channel's going to head. I mean, I'll be covering all these issues as well. So when I see this, I'll be able to tell you what type of business you can get started and how you can start. But it looks like he's saying any type of business. He's just going to give you the money. Just do what you want to do. That's the way it sounds like. If you want to do, daffodil business, you can go do daffodil business. Then let me go back to what that prior question was, which was, how do I get to a check in my hand? It first has to be a bill. It's not a bill yet. It's not bill yet, and that's the emoji. Then it has to be introduced to the House, voted in the House, approved in the Senate, and then lands on his table. Then it's law. It's not law. It's not bill yet. It's not law yet. Once it becomes law, then they have to send the money out. And that's one of the promises I've made to myself and made to you, that I'm not predicting when checks land at people's bank accounts anymore. Because we saw what happened with TurboTax, we saw what happened with H&R Block, we saw what happened now with people who are just not getting the $600 stimulus check. So I can't predict when they're physically getting checks. All I can tell you is when the check goes out. When the check goes out, and that's when it's law yet. It's law yet. And so thank you for a big update across the board. PPP, please explain qualifications again. For Lisa, yes. You know, and that's that also reminds me of something. I know that a lot of you loved the PDF thing for members, so I can continue to do that for members. I can do a video. I can do that for PPP. For PPP, you need to have a Schedule C on your 2019 tax return, and also or if not, a corporate tax return or LLC tax return. What's a Schedule C? It's an additional page to your tax return that says, hi, I did Uber and I made $6,000 and it cost me $400 to do it. Or I did Lyft, or I did Airbnb. You don't have to be a corporation. You don't have to be a business. You don't have to have employees, so long as you have a Schedule C and you're declaring the taxes on what you're doing. And that's very, very, very simple. If you did your 2019 tax return and you did it wrong, you can do an amended tax return. You just got to get that on file right away. And there you go at the 36-minute mark. Thank you for a big evening. Thank you for subscribing. Hit that alert button. Kathy, that was my birthday, 12/30. Thank you, Dennis, for the nice chat. And also like this video. I clean houses and I have a Schedule C. There you go. So that's Lee's business. So Lee, you can go get a PPP. The great thing with the PPP is if you reach out to the PPP people like Funding Circle or Fundera or Cabbage, they tell you what documents they want. They are preparing the documents together. Shara, yes, thank you for reminding me. And now Anne-Marie from Purple Hawk. If you just join this chat, I'm going to repost the PDF as soon as I get off camera. You will see it on you as a member. You will see it as a post to the community page of this YouTube channel. And it'll say, here's the PDF. You download it. You can watch. You can look it on your phone. You can look it on a computer. You don't need a computer. You can look it on your phone. Or I'll also post it in text format so you can just read it as well. What is the credit score? There's no credit score for PPP. No credit score for PPP. No collateral. No personal guarantee. It's all really great news. And with that, I'll have more for you for PPP tomorrow. I love the questions. Now I know what more to cover. Stay informed, stay focused. If you've not joined, consider joining. Thank you for the nice comments tonight. It's a wonderful group. And have a great evening. And I'll see you tomorrow morning at 1 a.m. on EIDL, 2 a.m. on FPUC Retro. If you're not up, you can watch it taped when you wake up. And then early mornings LA at 3 and 3:30 a.m. And then I'll be back here at 8:30. Stay informed, stay focused, and have a great night. Take care.